Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back today, Q&A Sunday, episode, what is it, 16 now, 17, and we've got some FA Cup action. Of course, the FA Cup has already been played yesterday. I'm doing this on a Friday, so that's why I'm doing it. It was on FIFA 14, Game of the Week. I think Arsenal will be the favourite, so they probably would have won it. Hopefully not. You know, I'll love to see Hull win it, but you never know. But today, we're back with some more questions. I want to thank you guys for sending me some. Got a whole bunch from last week, so if I don't answer them today, please submit those again. I've had to put a new form on my website because the one I was using is apparently, I'm not paying to use another one, so do submit them again. Now, before we get into the questions, I'm getting close to 20,000 subscribers. A big thank you to every single one of you guys out there. The subscriber count lately has been a little bit iffy. It's not really updating a whole lot, but I'm going to be giving away 20,000 coins today on FIFA 14, PS3, PS4. Now, to enter, firstly, make sure you guys have a PlayStation. I'm not doing this for Xbox. Apologies, I don't have one. And secondly, leave your PSN name in the comments below. And also, a little thing I wanted to do, what do you guys come up with a name for my fans? You know, I don't like calling you guys subscribers because I think that's a little bit blunt. And, you know, some of you guys have been with me now for quite a while, a couple of years or, you know, year and a half. You know, and fans is a good name, but come up with something different. TTB something, or something a little bit jokey, a little bit funny. I don't really care. Just for a little bit of a laugh. And you never know, maybe I will use that. You know, instead of saying ladies and gentlemen at the beginning, we'll say something different. So leave your PSN name and also something that you guys think will be a cool name. Whatever. And if you do that, you're entered into the draw and I'll be giving away those coins. Anyway, let's get into the questions. So first of all, by Noli_special says, hi TTB, what do you think about COD and Battlefield 4? Because I think he's saying because you always speak for PES and FIFA, and I'm thinking to buy FIFA 14 for PS3. Yes or no? Greetings from Kosovo. Well, greetings from Florida. And the whole COD and Battlefield 4 incident, you know, I've been a big COD fan ever since, like, COD 4 came out, which was a great game. It was a great game back then, and it, you know, it got a little bit stale, didn't it? I'd never bought Ghosts purely because it just looks lame. And I don't think it's that great. Battlefield 4, on the other hand, on PS3 was decent. PS4, it's fantastic. You know, 60 frames per second, 64 players. It's insane. And I think Battlefield 5 is going to be fantastic. What's going to happen with COD, we'll have to see. The new trailer looks decent. But, you know, it looks like they're going more of a crisis-y kind of feel this time around. And as far as FIFA 14 on PS3... I mean, go for it. If you can find it cheap, you know, why not? It is a lot better on PS4. I think it is quite a bit different than the PS3 version, but that's my opinion. I think a lot of people probably agree. But, you know, if you can find it cheap, go for it. You know, why not? It's getting to the end of the stage now, isn't it? We're in May. Next FIFA is going to be coming out in, what, September, October. So, you know, find it cheap on eBay and give it a whirl. Next up from Gil Josh 1, he says, what is your verdict of what will happen and who will be in the World Cup final? Well, I think there's numerous teams that could make the final. I mean, Brazil would probably be one of the favourites, like I said in my last Q&A video, because they're the hosts. And if you're playing in your home territory with all those fans in front of you, not only it's going to give you a huge boost, but it's going to make the other teams a little bit nervy as well. So I think Brazil will be one of the favourites to get to the final, as well as the likes of Spain, Germany. Who else do we have? You know, Argentina might be able to get there as well. I know some of these teams are going to clash together as well in quarter semi-finals. Even Italy, you never know. I'm going to be supporting Italy over England. You know, I'm half Italian. I've said this numerous times, and my name is Italian. So, you know, I think Italy could get there, maybe, but, you know, it's going to be tough for them. I don't think the likes of Portugal are going to get that far. You know, maybe they're going to get to the knockout stages, but they're not going to be, you know, clinical. England, yeah, never know, but they're not going to reach, you know, the final. So, you know, some of those teams, Germany, Spain, Brazil, I think those are the kind of favourites that you would expect. You know, maybe Argentina as well. Alright, next up from Salpingis Dis 7, so if I got that wrong. Do you think Van Gaal can do the job at United? Well, I'm probably a little bit crappy to ask that question because I thought David Moyes would actually be a good manager. When they announced him last season, I said to my dad, I said, yeah, he could be a good manager. Did well at Everton, but ended up being an absolute nightmare. But I didn't know that he was going to come in and decide to completely change the whole, you know, training regimen, literally change the team every week. I don't think he played the same 11 players throughout the course of the season, which is ridiculous. You can't keep chopping and changing, bringing in new players. There's not going to be any chemistry there. It's going to go down the pan. So I think if Van Gaal comes in, he keeps the same training staff. Leave Scholes, Butt, Ryan Giggs. You know, I'm not really too fond of Phil Neville because he hasn't really done anything. But leave those types of players there. Let them do their job. You do your job. Manage the team. Buy some big players. Sell the useless ones. And, you know, I think next season, you know, we can get back on track to winning that Premiership title. Well, now, there's no Champions League for us next year. There's not even any Europa. So the good thing about that, you know, there's not much good about it, but the only good thing about it, what a finish that is. Lucas Podolski, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, lethal left foot. Not only in the game, but in the real world, he has got a strike on him. But it does mean that because we're not playing European football next season, we can focus on the league. We can focus on winning something else, excuse me, and actually get somewhere. So we'll have to see. Next up from Dominance 90, it's a big one, this one, that's what she said. Hello TTB, what do you find most annoying in FIFA? I for one hate the fact that you pretty much can tell when you won't be able to reach the ball, e.g. accelerates when it hits the floor after a lob pass, or your player stops running at full speed to get the ball that ends up barely crossing the sidelines, God, this is a run-on, before your player makes contact with it, or any other out in the open scripting. Sorry for the long question, and cheers from Portugal. Well, cheers from Florida. Yes, there is a few things that annoy me on FIFA, and actually I texted my girlfriend yesterday, and I texted her, I said, this is pissing me off. And she was like, what? I said, FIFA, doing my head in. I'm playing a legendary campaign right now, FIFA 14, with Real Madrid. You know, I'm just doing it because I want to win everything. It's going alright. You know, we're on legendary, and playing on legendary means that the goalies become superhuman. I am not going to tell you how many games I've had 20 shots on target and scored 2. The other team, because they're on legendary, they've had 3 shots, they've scored 1 or 2 as well, and it's so frustrating. Just does my head in. The scripting, yeah, there is some scripting in there as well. Why they keep putting it in the game? Just let the game run naturally, free flowing. What happens happens. I don't think the scripting happens as much on the lower difficulties, although I've never really played lower than world class. But yeah, there are a couple of things that do my head in. If you guys want to see that Real Madrid campaign as well on FIFA 14, let me know, and maybe I'll do a couple of videos on that. Although I just didn't make the Champions League knockout stages. How embarrassing is that? It was rather annoying because in my group I had Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal and Galatasaray. It's a tough group. And Arsenal and myself, Real Madrid, finished on 8 points apiece, but because Arsenal beat me 2-0 in one game and I beat them 1-0, Arsenal have gone through. So, you know, we're going to win the Europa League, I hope, because otherwise, you know, I may get sacked, which is disappointing. Good question, though. Let me know in the comments as well. Any scripting you guys hate on FIFA? Because I know there's a lot out there. Especially when you can't get the ball off them and they're a crap team. Does my head in. Anyway, next up from Remelu Carrot says, hi TTB. What are some funny experiences you've had regarding your English accent in America? Do people find your accent sexy? That was more of a creepy face than a sexy face, but we'll start off with do they find it sexy? They do, I have to say. They do love the old English accent. Now, I don't know if that differs where you're from, because if you're from Birmingham and you talk like that, maybe they'll think you're a little bit strange. Or from Liverpool, you know, Stevie Gerrard talks like that, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, if someone like that said something to them, they'd probably be like, what's going on here? But, you know, I have had a lot of people say they love my accent. Just the other day, actually, I was on the phone to Bright House. If you guys don't know who they are, like a cable company. They do the internet, the phone, all that. And the woman on there, she was like, although she was not helpful at all, She was like, oh, where are you from? And I was like, London. I'm originally from England. She goes, oh my god, your accent is so hot. And, you're not hot, but she said, I love your accent and all this fun stuff. So they love it, and you know, hey, it is a bonus. You got to get, you got to have a bit of fun with it. So, and the other question, some funny experiences. Don't really have anything funny, really. I mean, it was a couple of years ago, a mate came over from England, and we went downtown. And we thought it'd be funny just to pretend that we were on tour. You know, we're professional footballers, we're on tour. So we went to bars and clubs and we were talking to girls saying, oh yeah, we're on tour at the moment. You know, we're playing professionally in England, and they're all loving it. You know, oh my god, that's so amazing. Wow, you know, so it was a bit of fun. You know, you got to do it every now and then for a little bit of a laugh. Another good goal there from Arteta this time around. Okay, from next up, HTK Win. I have two questions. First, what position did you play in your high school? And second, what do you think that EA should put in FIFA 15? Greetings from Bradenton, Florida. Well, greetings from someone else in Florida. Nice to meet you. Alright, so first question, what position did I play? Well, I actually played two positions, because the first time I went to high school, and you guys might find this funny actually, but I went to the same high school that Graham Zusi went to. If you guys know him, he plays for the United States national team now, but he actually was in the school when I arrived, and he left the high school team. He was graduating the season I came in, so I never got to play with him, which was rather disappointing, because I kept hearing about him, like he scored 90 odd goals in 4 seasons in high school. So I was like, damn, that is ridiculous. So it was a shame that I never got to play with him. Yeah, I was actually, when I first came, I was a junior, so I played up front. I got top goal scorer, which was nice. I picked up the MVP the first season. And then the second season, we had a very strong team, a lot of seniors in the side. We ended up winning 2 tournaments. We were district winners as well. And I played attacking mid, you know, just behind him. Sort of a Wayne Rooney kind of role. And once again, you know, I played well, picked up a couple of MVPs as well. And that was a cracking season. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So first season was forward, second season centre mid. And also the other question, what do I want to see in FIFA 15? Well, you know, I don't know. What do we want to see? I mean, more of the same. I think about FIFA 14 on PS4 was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it this year, I have to say. It's the first FIFA I've liked a lot in many, many years. I think if they implement some World Cup stuff, you know, the atmosphere and all that, that will be good. Just tweaking the gameplay, making it a little bit more realistic now, enhancing it further, upping the graphics. That, you know, there's not been any problems with the frame rate or anything. I think they've done a great job. Player models, though, something I'd like to see fixed. You know, when they shake hands at the beginning, it's very robotic. They're sort of like this. It looks ridiculously stupid. So I think if they improve the animations off the field, it would be a big thing as well. Alright, we're running out of time here. Got a couple of minutes left. From Malte Manson says, who do you think will win the Champions League? Personally, I think Atletico, but I think it's going to be a cracker. Greetings from Sweden. Once again, greetings from Florida. I think it's going to be a great final, because I'm glad that Atletico Madrid got through than Chelsea. Much as, you know, I like the Premier League and I like to see a Premiership team in the final. If it had been Real Madrid against Chelsea, we know what Mourinho's like. He would have sat back with Chelsea. It would have been a bore fest. It would have been Real Madrid attack against Chelsea's defence. But Atletico Madrid are a different team. They have no fear this season. Nothing. They will attack, and it's great fun to watch them play. You know, Diego Costa's a powerful player. He's looking good this season. And we know Real Madrid are another ridiculously good attacking team. So I'm going to look forward to it, but I'm going to have to say Real Madrid are going to clinch it, because they've looked the more likely. But it's going to be one hell of a game. I'm looking forward to it. I hope there's lots of goals. I hope it's like a 3-2 thriller, extra time, last minute winner or something like that. Would be absolutely amazing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We've run out of time, but until next time, take care.